Good morning, Desiree. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time out to meet with us, chat with me. I know it's early now. Normally we get up so early and go do our thing, but it's a lot harder and harder every single day.
It is. It is. And you have to try your best to stay on track. You really
Right.
do. Just get up, just get out of bed, just get up. Get up and do
I
something.
agree. I agree. I need to get back. Okay, I'm going to put it out there. I will start running before my 9 o'clock Zoom call every day.
Oh, good. That's good. That's a lot of accountability. See, I like to work out in the afternoons. It's
I'm
better
a
for me
morning
that
person. I
way.
like to get it done. I want to shower, be done.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about this. We'll throw this one out there. Do you think you have another half in there?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to commit quite yet, but I don't know. I might. I will highly consider it for sure. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking on Saturday I did five and I was like, And I think it was on Friday I was talking with somebody who, well, I'm recruiting her and she runs 9 miles, 11 miles. Like, oh yeah, I run all the time. And I'm like, well, how many miles? I'm thinking three. Oh, I did nine today. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could
Yeah.
do that again.
That 5 mile, like generally that's good. Like if you're a runner and you 5 mile, you can get 5 miles done, no problem.
Right.
Once you go over the five is that little hump where you're going to get that hump 5 to 8, 9, then you're like, oh, and then again, like after you pass 9 and you go, it's like it just keeps going again.
I miss running with Tina because we would do the laps and we would just interact. I don't know. It was just perfect the way we did it. Yeah, I need to figure that out. But anyways, okay. So tell me about your world today. What's going on?
Oh man, it's very different. But different in the fact that we've been adjusting. The kids and I have been adjusting the best that we can. I'm trying to stay on, am I sleeping in? Yes. I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. or, any of that. But, even an hour later, hour and a half later, sometimes 7:30, it makes a big difference. And you have to choose to get moving and be active and try to stay as much as possible on some sort of schedule. I mean, I know it seems silly sometimes. There was a couple days there where I was just like, well, what am I going to do? The kids aren't here, they're here, or I'm gonna get out of bed and do what? My house is spotless. You know what I mean? Like I've cleaned every drawer, every base, we've done everything. But at the end of the day, we have to keep our momentum going. Whether it's turning on our computer, checking the email, getting in the MLS, making a phone call, whatever that might be, we have to have some sense of normalcy, I think, to keep your sanity. Because even like this weekend, I was just like, this is insane. Like it was, getting to me a little bit, but I just, you got to get up and get moving. You got to do something. You have to do something. It's not going to just physical, it's mental too. Big time.
Right. Tell me, well, okay, let's be honest here. You're still kicking butt.
I am, shouldn't say try.
No, you shouldn't.
Definitely
It's
thinking
happening.
differently about everything. And my conversations are very different. My conversations are very different with people. I would say during my career, I'm not one to say that I was like a pushy type person or kept, trying to go in for the close every time. I kind of just let people kind of feed off their energy and see what they wanted to do. But now, no. Now I'm like totally like it is imperative if you're going to sell your home, you have to be in front of the market. You cannot be in back of the market. That's what I've been and people know. They know because they've had the time. They're home too, some, if they're not essential workers, medical fields and such, but they know what's going on. So they see it. And don't be fooled if they act like they don't. They know. They know. But in some small point, they wish that they had that they're hoping that they could still get, a really maybe an unrealistic price for their house. I mean, even in a month, it's changed.
Price it right now. You got to be aggressive.
You have to be super aggressive, and so that's kind of what I've been having those discussions. And my clients have been open to it. They know.
What is your strategy right now? Like day to day. What are you doing?
I'm making my phone calls. I'm still making my care calls. And I am just, even family, even friends, it's not just our clients, you know what I mean? Our clients that have become friends. I'm doing that. I'm definitely paying attention to the numbers in Stockton and in Lodi. Every day I check those. I check the listings. We have to be the neighborhood experts more than anything right now, because we tell our clients, hey, listen, we've had X amount of new listings come on the market, and in the last 24 hours and price reduction, and we don't know those numbers when we're talking to them. I haven't checked my numbers this morning. That's why I'm not throwing out the numbers, but
Love it.
they're going to expect us to know that. And because sometimes they know that. So, and if they know more than we know, doesn't have very much confidence in, the person you're talking to on the other end.
Tell me about Command. Are you using Command?
You know what? I am not using Command like I should. So I have been, I rely on Nellie a lot for that. And so I have been watching more videos.
And Nellie's your assistant who is using Command.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So your business is using Command.
Yes, absolutely. But me personally, my business we are using it. We are sending out emails and, doing a lot of different things in Command and cleaning it up a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to get more active myself personally in there and get in there.
We are having a class.
I've been watching videos as well, a lot of videos on a lot of different things, not just Command.
Right.
So I have been taking that time to get, educate myself a lot more.
That's smart, right? Because it's just like a team leader with me. You're a team leader of your business. You need to know Command just as well as I need to know Command, even better. Okay. We're actually doing it at 10 o'clock. We have a regional for all the TLs, like role playing in it. So that's good. Because, you've got to do a tech, what is it called? An upkeep, right? To see what's going on these days. Yeah. So, all right. So let's talk about challenges. What is your biggest challenge right now that you're facing?
I think the biggest challenge right now is with buyers. It's with buyers, getting them to understand that it's okay to still move forward with their purchases right now. That the FHA rates aren't the worst rates right now. I mean, they're still, relatively good.
Right.
Because, the thing is they see the prices coming down, they're trickling a little bit, whether it's 3,000, 5,000, whatever that might be, they see it. And so, they're thinking, well, heck, if I just wait 2 more months, who knows how much lower it will be. So that's the biggest thing, is overcoming that objection with them and teaching them and talking to them and letting them know that it's always been a great time to buy. It just really depends on what their positioning is, right, in the market. So
knowing the market, so important right now. So important.
Mm-hmm. It is. And if we have those buyers that have been, like they were right there at the red line, and, with the changes that took place last week with a lot of lenders, raising the FICO scores and such, well then, it doesn't mean they're out of the game completely. It means they have to sit back and reassess and take these next couple of months to work on whatever it is that they need to work on to get their scores where they need to be, to the 680, 660, or whatever it might be, whoever their lender is and whatever guidelines they have right now. And just not to be afraid. Everybody is so afraid. And so to really teach them that, listen, you still have the same positioning in the market, no matter what it is, right? And unless they don't, obviously, but those that do, that are still like, I don't know, I'm going to wait 2 months because it's going to be $20,000 less, or whatever they have in their head. It might be, I wish we knew, but we don't know that, so. And the thing is you got to teach them what that $20,000 difference is. And if that interest rate goes up, that $20,000 difference, they're going to wish they paid that, or maybe even a little more, depending on what the interest rate might do.
It's kind of like, how bad do you want the house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, and at what risk? Because there's a lot of risk if they don't do it. They're going to lose it. Mm-hmm. And they might even price themselves out. If they don't.
Sellers, it's been a little easier with sellers because they know if they want to and if they wanted to sell now or wait until the summer, like I think that's why we're seeing a lot of people always wait till the summer. Summer is the best time to sell. And we see that influx of listings in the summertime. Now we're seeing people, forget that, I'm listing it now, because they know. And so if they're going to sell then, they're going to sell now. And they know I need to move my home.
Right. So tell me about your wins this past couple weeks. Could be personal, business.
Well, I'd say business. I had some buyers that I had to move over, from one lender to another because of some changes that were made. So the win was we were still able to keep them in the market, keep them looking and searching for houses, which they still are. So that was a great win. They were very discouraged initially, and now that they know, okay, well, we just had to make a quick tweak and something, and now they're fine. So that was a great win. It made them feel a little more at ease that, hey, we're still okay, and we still can go out and search for a property.
Good. So talk about wins with your family, your mama.
Oh my gosh. My mom was here for a couple of days. She's a longshoreman. She works out of the Port of Oakland, very hard worker, little tiny thing, works in those big monster machines out there. And so having her here for a couple of days was, it was very, very comforting to see that she's healthy and, spend the time that I needed to be with her. I missed her so much. I hadn't seen her since January. So I'm very, very grateful for everything that she does. That for our family, she's always been such a great hard worker, but also helping the economy, helping everyone else. I mean, it's
right.
We don't get a lot of these goods unless they come off of these ships, right? So, and she's still working. She went back to work Saturday mornings and Sunday, so she's still out there.
That's neat. That's neat. And she had to get tested, right? Something.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She got tested, and she stayed away from us for like 4 weeks, and it was very nerve-wracking because she's like, nope, I'm not going home. I couldn't forgive myself if I went home and didn't have, in her mind, this test that said, okay, no, you're fine. Okay, fine. Now she can, come home to family. And that's the position she took. I respect her for it. It was very gut wrenching for me because I was nervous too, because she's out there on the front lines, basically taking all this product off the ships and working with truck drivers, and she's still around people, but by the grace of God, she's fine. She tested negative, but she's right back out there again, working.
Well, that's where you get your drive, sister.
Yeah. And as far as the kids, it's been an adjustment. They started homeschooling this past week, after being told that they will not go back to school the rest of the school year.
That's crazy.
So it is crazy. Tobias, my little 8th grader, he expected this 8th grade graduation. So I had to sit back and kind of chat with him about that and say, look, you're not in this by yourself. Look at these kids that were seniors and can't have, their graduation. They go all through school, and that's all you think about. I remember being 8th grade, 7th grade. Oh my gosh, my senior year,
Right.
And, so everybody, I mean, it's not just school. There's so many things, weddings.
I know.
I mean,
can you imagine?
There's so many joyous occasions that right now people can't do. So kind of bringing that to his
next Sunday.
Easter Sunday. So, school, as simple as school, just going and seeing your, not just a 8th grade graduation, but school in itself, or so to get his mind to change, to really think about that. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit of a task, but after a while, I think he got it. He understood. So it's been, getting them out, because these teenagers could sleep till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, sometimes stay up all night, driving me insane, right? Because I'm up going and I'm like, get up.
Yeah. I'm not doing that anymore because I got yelled at. So.
Oh no, I'm like, get up. No, we're not having that here. So they get up, they wash up, I make them stay out here and do their work. They're not allowed to go inside their bedrooms and do it. They do.
Oh my gosh, that's how I used to be. Yeah. Exactly.
So you can see that they're, because they could get the work done. And I tell them, you guys, it's not like it's not normal school. So it's not like you're having all this work that you're doing. It's a fraction of the work. Sit up here, do it. You could get it done probably in an hour and a half max. To be honest with you, that's the workload they have. Mm-hmm. And go on whatever you're doing. Not like you could do much around here.
I know, right? Yeah. I would have to say over the weekend, I was definitely going stir crazy. I'm better today. We'll see where this week takes us.
I was this weekend. For sure, I was this weekend. It was tough. It was so tough.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay. Am I hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Let me go.
I just made potatoes and eggs.
Let me go snack on that. What snacks do I have?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. But Alyssa, she's still on her thing, and really watching it. And
That's
I
good.
made potatoes and eggs for Matthew and I. So when he gets up, he has breakfast ready because I'm back to back till like around 2. Then I have a break.
Yeah, that's good. I've been trying to stay active as much as I can. I have some weights and stuff in the garage and been getting out there.
I wish I would have bought a bag. We always talk about buying a bag, and we never did. I wish I would have bought
That's
one.
a great, great way to get some cardio in for sure.
Yeah. Well, Des, is there one thing that I haven't asked you that you wish you could share with everybody? Let it be somebody who's a new agent, somebody who's looking for a house, selling a house.
Yeah. Let me say this. Education for us as realtors is key right now. We have to not depend on what we read, not depend on, even hearing things from the people we're learning. We have to take it upon ourselves to be educated as much as possible, whether it's, like I said, knowing your numbers in your marketplace and wherever area you're in, command, getting educated with command, scripts, learning how to speak.
Did you get the ones from the Pivot Shifting Facebook group?
I did. Mm-hmm. So all of that, it's sharpening up on your skills right now. I mean, we have to come across as we know what we're talking about. We are the experts. We have the knowledge. Trust us, right? Trust us. We know what we're talking about. You come across it, you don't know what you're talking about. We're not in that time right now. We have to come with some power, with some, meaning, we need to come strong.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your morning. I really, really appreciate you as our, wait, you're the Northern California and Hawaii. What's your title? Culture Ambassador.
Cultural ambassador. Yes.
And you've been on our ALC now for how many years?
7, maybe 8
years.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you so much as a person, as your friend, as your team leader. So thank you for everything.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for making the call this morning. It's always nice to see everybody's faces. And I would say that too. Make those FaceTime calls, get on these Zoom calls. When we interact with each other this way, it helps. It helps big time because, like you said, we're all in this together. And it really is meaningful when we can, just bounce ideas off of one another and just kind of check in with each other. Thank you.
So we'll definitely be doing our Wednesday wind down. And then I was even thinking about us doing a team meeting on Thursday like this. So we'll see what happens.
I think that's great. I think that's a great idea. I think even when we come out of this on the other side, I think this Zoom call just for everybody, families, meetings, this is going to stay. I mean, it will never take the place for, human contact interaction. We can't. I'm a hugger, so I'm always, hugging. I miss that. I'm going to be hugging on a bunch of people when this is all done. Oh my gosh, my kids are going crazy. I'm like, oh, come here, and they're like,
oh, right. Yeah. No, I get it.
But this is great. And I think for those people who, may want to come to the team meetings, but they just can't make it. Here we go.
Yeah. I always think of Stephanie. So so this will be good. This will be really, really good. We'll get this out there and we'll start this week. I'll get the ALC together and make sure we're all on the same page and we'll go from there.
That'll be awesome. Yes.
All right, baby. God bless.
Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome.